Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this edition of Bingo Bonanza, live from the double wide of everyone's favorite beauty professional, Hummel figurine collector, and bingo caller, Miss Richfield, 1981.
I'd like to tell a story of the prettiest of girls. It's me from Minnesota, in my heels and in my curls. Although my roots were modest, I was destined for the stage. My parents knew they had a star when at an early age. I did not say the word mama, I chose a different line. At just the tender age of 2, I screamed, "Oh, 69!" Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Bingo Bonanza! I'm your hostess, Miss Richfield, 1981, and I invite you to stay right where you are and let me bring bingo to you. Oh, it's gonna be a bonanza because we've got a live studio audience and prizes and the Richfield winner spinner and fun, and it's all because bingo makes it better. It really does! Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, won't you grab your balls and play? Now it's your turn, join with me. Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, won't you grab your balls and play? Grab your balls and play, now you. Grab your balls and play. Grab your balls and play. I can hear you. Grab your balls and play. Grab your balls and play, hey! Hello, everyone! We are all rainbowed up here. Even Lewis has got his rainbow outfit on. Look how cute he looks tonight. He's got his little rainbow outfit on. Yeah, and he actually doesn't mind it. Whoop! He doesn't mind the rainbow outfit. He just doesn't want me holding him in the rainbow outfit. He just walks around the house with it on. He loves it. But anyway, there he is. He's so cute. He's such a good boy. He's going to run around a little bit here, get used to the rainbow outfit that he wears it, though. He doesn't mind it. He just spilled the water, however, but don't worry about that. We'll clean that up later. It's just water. So anyway, I am so tickled to welcome you, Miss Richfield 1981, bringing you happy Heidi-Ho from the friendly citizens and responsible merchants in Richfield, which is my hometown in Minnesota, where butter is a spice and gravy is a beverage. And I am tickled to welcome you to Pride Bingo. And this is our, let me get my notes. Are you ready for this? Drum roll, 67th bingo, and this week I am in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Yes, I've traveled all the way. You know, last week I was in LA, and this week I'm doing a show after bingo. Actually, I do bingo first, then I'm going to run downstairs because I'm at the Blue Moon. I'm right at the Blue Moon in the little apartment they have for their entertainers, and they let me use this, which is super nice when I call bingo. So I brought the R. And I brought all the rest. I brought my friend, RBG, and I have RBG up here too, and the bingo cage, and even my little friend, my beautiful little guy, Lewis, came with me. And, cats aren't big on traveling. I'll clean the water up while we're talking. Cats aren't necessarily big into traveling, but I'll tell you, he is a trooper. And he managed to only mess his carrier once the whole trip. Yes, and it was about 11 hours to get here from P-Town because it's kind of a long ways. So, but we're celebrating Pride, and so I need to bring on my guests who are going to be joining me tonight. Oh, look at this! Oh, it's a good-looking crowd tonight. And hi, guys! Hey, everybody! Great to see you. And I want to start with Brian in the corner there because Brian, you're coming in from Fort Lauderdale.
Yes, ma'am.
And I love Fort Lauderdale. I'm so glad that you're coming in and joining us. Now, are you on the Wilton Manors, or are you actually in Lauderdale?
No, I'm actually west of Lauderdale in Plantation. I was able to get more house for the buck.
Oh, yeah. That's like Richfield. More house for the money. Nothing wrong with that, right? Absolutely. Well, I'm so glad you're joining us tonight. We're going to hear a little bit about Pride memories, what everyone remembers. And you have a special memory, but we're going to save that for right now. We're not going to do that right away. We have to, give people a chance to, a little suspense. So, and then Dave and Marcos. And then is there a third one, or is it just Dave and Marcos?
It's just the two of us.
Just the two of you. Yeah. Interesting, because they gave me 3 names.
Yeah, he's he's the three-way that never left.
Oh, because they said it's. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, he couldn't make it. He was working tonight, so.
Is he working tonight?
Yeah, he works at a grocery store, so he had to work tonight.
Oh, he works at a grocery. So he's an essential worker.
Yeah, he got his vaccine.
Yeah, those. I mean, right? We have to say thank you to those essential workers. Did he work through the crazy pandemic?
He sure did. Yeah.
Well, thank you. And which one? So we have Dave and Marcos. We're missing Jeff.
Yeah.
Now, which one is he in the picture?
He's in the middle with the beard.
Oh, he's the middle one with the beard. Oh, okay, there we go. Oh, he's kind of the daddy.
And that's our he's the youngest by far, though. But.
He's the youngest?
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
And that's our little cat. She's like 18 years old. She's home, though. We live in D.C., but we're in Rehoboth Beach also to come see you at the Blue Moon. We're across the street.
You are not.
Yeah,
I'm at the Blue Moon doing my broadcast. Where are you?
We will be running over to the Blue Moon after this, so we'll be the last ones entering. So.
Are you No, I will be the last one entering.
Yeah, so you'll
have to finish and go and put everything away. Well, I don't have to put everything away, but I do have to clean up that water that you just smelled. So that is so great. Where are you staying? Which guest house?
What's it called?
Breakers.
Oh, that's close to us. That's a hotel.
Yeah. It's right by the big water tower.
Oh, that's close. That's close. You just have to run down the street.
I'll be running to get there.
We're not starting till 9:30. We have plenty of time, and I'm all set up. I'm all ready to go. So all I have to do is change my clothes and run downstairs. Good. Nice to see you guys. And then Bianca, hi. Bianca and I know each other. Now, Bianca, you have Scott, and you said plus Jean.
Well, I met a girl in Newport, Rhode Island, and she was gonna be here, but we lived like 2 blocks away. I met her this week, but she had too much finance business going on, so I'll see her a different time. But
there's worse reasons. So she's making money. She's making money. Oh, here's Lewis. Oh, here's Lewis. Lewis got out of his rainbow outfit. Lewis is running around naked. He's running around. He got out of his. He can get out of it if he doesn't like it. So anyway, next time you see Lewis, he won't be in his rainbow outfit. I don't know where it is. It's someplace over there. So anyway, he probably hid it from me, so I can't put it back on him because it's a little bit of a trip getting a cat dress. So, and you have a beautiful dog there.
Yeah, this is Bourdain. Oh no, I gotta figure out what the way this is going. We're wearing the same matching shirt. It's from
you aren't. Look at that. And he doesn't seem to mind that as much as Lewis. Lewis doesn't really mind his, but it's not thrilled about it. But
it's super special for me, Miss R, because my husband was deployed for forever, and now he's back, and now we're in Newport, Rhode Island for just a month and some change, and then we're in Hawaii for 3 years. So
that's right, because we wondered if your husband really existed.
Truth.
That's right. We were wondering if you weren't just maybe a single girl.
No.
Married.
It does exist.
I love it. Is that him standing right behind you?
That's a mirage. It's a holograph.
Oh, because I like that. Whatever that is, I'll order one of those.
Mustache is great. People are like, delete it. And I was like, no, the mustache stays.
Oh, the mustache stays.
It's forever. Your mustache.
Very handsome. Very 70s porn. So I've read.
Oh, I know.
Nathan, how are you? Nathan comes to us from, how do you say it? Is it Methuen?
Methuen.
Oh, so you do pronounce all the letters. Methuen.
Yeah.
Because you don't always. Like Portsmouth. Is really Portsmouth, but they pronounce it. So you never know what to do over there in the New England area. And you're in where in Massachusetts is that?
It's about 40 minutes north of Boston, just before you hit New Hampshire.
Oh, that's a pretty area up there. It must be beautiful. And you're beautiful. We're going to talk more about that later, because Nathan is not only Nathan. Nathan has many identities. unlike myself, who just, I just have me. That's all there is in the world. He has many identities. And so we're going to talk about that. He was even going to dress like one of the identities. And I was like, no, dress like yourself and talk about all these people that you are, because I want to see you first. And then, later on, we'll see other people. So Nathan, I'm so glad you joined us. What a pleasure. And I can't wait to hear more about your work. But also, speaking of work, we have to talk to Chris, because Chris is the man tonight, because Joe, our friend Joe, is busy doing other work. I can't believe there's anything more important than bingo.
I think he's heartbroken by the fact he can't be here, though, because he keeps texting. He's missing.
I think he is. I do too.
Yeah.
He's at this big, he does big important, for people that don't know Joe, he does big important work, studio work and big events.
He does fancy stuff.
Fancy stuff, really fancy stuff. For companies you might have heard of, like Sony and people like that. And so anyway, yeah, and big, big entertainers and so forth show up at these things. So he does a lot of important work, but he loves to be with us every Monday, and we appreciate that. He very rarely has to be gone, but he did have a studio session tonight that he'd be at. And so we have Chris, who's helping us, and also my manager, Matt Farber, is helping us. And then Adam, of course, is helping us too. So we've got all these people coming together. And Chris, I want to say first and foremost, I know you're a council member, and we celebrated that in Wilton Manors. And I just want to say thank you for showing up tonight after a really tough day yesterday, where you guys had Pride and had a sad, tragic accident where a person died and another person was injured. And so we just want to say, first of all, that our hearts go out to you, to our friends in Wilton Manors, the Gay Men's Chorus, who was kind of at the forefront of the sadness. And we just want to say, hey, we're thinking of you guys. We're having fun today. We don't want to damper it, but we don't want to move on without really saying that we're thinking of you, because we're a community and we come together when we need to support one another. And we support you too, Chris, because I know it must be a lot of phone calls and a lot of media, and because it was in the news.
Acknowledging that, it was very difficult. We're in mourning for members of our community. It was a tragic, heartbreaking accident. But the thing that I think we're all remembering is they were there to celebrate Pride. That's what they wanted. And, I think the best thing we can do in so many ways, besides, honor them in our hearts, is to continue to celebrate Pride that we've all worked so hard to have. So thank you for acknowledging them. But it's great that we're here as a community sort of celebrating Pride still.
Well, and I appreciate you being here in particular. So tell us, Chris, now we are on Bingo 67. So we've done this before a few times, and I'm going to clean up the water that I spilled. While you organize this, I literally am standing up.
That's right. So
I'm going to go over and clean up the water that was spilled.
Wonderful. So while you're here, if you're watching along on Facebook, you can go to playbingobonanza.com right now. When you go to Play Bingo Bonanza, you can actually just put in your email there real fast. You'll get to play 3 cards of bingo for 3 games. That gives you 9 chances to actually win. Okay, now if you are a winner, you're going to want to hit the I have bingo button fast, because Matt, Miss Richfield's manager, is gonna give a prize to the very first person that calls bingo from each one. And what that prize is, it's actually a gift certificate to the Redbubble store. And on that Redbubble store, you can get all kinds of great stuff, like the apron you see there, the mugs. I have many, if not all of those things there. They're all fabulous, but that happens only when you have bingo. While you're there, you can also click at the bottom of your card. You can click a dollar amount, and you can give whatever is comfortable. It makes all of this possible. You can give via your credit card. You can also do it via Venmo to @Richfield Tips or PayPal me Richfield Tips. What did I miss while you were cleaning up the water?
Well, it was an entire glass like this of water. And since I'm on the second floor of a building, I thought I maybe should clean that up before we move on, in case it's come through on the because below me is the offices of the establishment.
All of a sudden, sparks fly on Pride Bingo.
I wouldn't want to be, excommunicated from doing this again, because this is a great opportunity. And if have you ever been to Rehoboth Beach?
I have not, but it's definitely on my list. I can't wait.
Yeah. Put it on your list for sure. It's an amazing place. It's a lot of amazing people. Great restaurants, bars, and the beach is beautiful. It's a beautiful beach. So, no, I think that's it. I think I've got everything. And in fact, I'm going to be contacting Naomi by CB Radio, because she gave me, actually this belongs to her roommate, Yvonne, her roommate. So they have a CB system. So all you have to do is I got it turned on, you turn it up, and then you kind of use this to dial her in and say, breaker, 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 breaker. Come in, Naomi, come in. And we have to listen for, come in, we're going to have you play. Thank you, over and out, 10-4. Yeah, see, it's a lot better than, it was using a walkie-talkie last week, and it just wasn't so clear. I didn't think it was very clear. This is much nicer. So thank you so much, and we're ready to start the first game. The first game is bingo in any direction. That means you just need 5 in a row. Don't make it harder than it is. You're going to take that free space, and you're going to mark that free space on every single card. You have 3 cards, so do it on every single card. Not just one card, all the cards, so that you get the free space on all of your cards, and then you've already got one. You're already one closer, okay? So there we go. I got to get organized here. Okay, I'm not used to doing it here. Oh, there we go. I think that works. Because I want you to be able to see Ruth. And I noticed somebody else had a Ruth too. I think the boys, Nathan or David, and yes, you have a Ruth. And she looks like maybe the same kind of Ruth I have.
Same story.
The same kind of Ruth I have. There we go. Oh, here we can see the balls rolling. I'd like to be able to see the balls rolling down. There they go. And we're going to be calling all the letters and all the numbers for Pride Bingo tonight, for bingo in any direction, because it's just 5 in a row. So that's up and down. You can get 5 in a row diagonal. You can get 5 in a row. You can get 5 in a row a whole bunch of different ways. So I'm going to start. Now, don't go anywhere, guys. I-26. If you have I-26, what do? We say, whee! Because that means you're going to be lucky for the rest of the night if you have the first ball. I-26. I-26. So much fun. We love bingo. And I even though I'm in Rehoboth Beach and I'm out of town, I do have the wiener. Oh, yes, it's the wiener. And it's a kosher wiener this time. So, yeah, so if Lewis was Jewish, he could partake of it, but he's not Jewish, but maybe he is. I don't know. I've never asked. So now I know you guys are actually a threesome, not a twosome, right?
That's correct, yeah.
So how does that work? I-17. So did it start out with 2 or?
It was 2, and we sort of picked him up at the grocery store. I made some comment that I liked his buns. He was putting out bread.
Oh.
And I said, I like your buns, and he misinterpreted it.
Right, and you meant the buns on the shelf. Of course you did, because you're that kind of person. You're that kind of person who would say something nice like that. Trying to be supportive and helpful. I-27, everybody, I-27. And what's great about it is I think, if the 3 of you get along, that must work out kind of nice. Because then if somebody's not, feeling sociable, shall we say, then they can take, maybe take a night off, and the other 2 can just enjoy themselves and, go to a movie or something. I don't know. 073. How long have you 2 been together, and when did you get the 3rd one?
The 3rd was probably about a year or so, and that was probably 4 years into it.
Okay, so wait a minute. So go back. So how long have you guys been together?
About 5 years.
5 years. And then 4 years.
Yeah, with the new one.
Oh, so you were only together like a year when you got the 3rd one?
No, 4 years.
4 years.
Oh, so it's like 9 years that you've been together then.
No, 4 plus 1 with him. So 5 total.
Oh, okay. I'm a woman. I can't do math. You know how it is. Sorry about that. Yes, public school, Richfield Public Schools, 072. And I have so many other numbers to keep track of tonight. It's hard for me, So, but yes, that is absolutely lovely that you figured that out, and I think that's beautiful. And you're in DC, right? And you have an 18-year-old kitty, but the kitty's not with.
She didn't come to Rehoboth with us.
Yeah.
But she's 18 and she's still pretty active, and she's great. And
her name is Limpy Susan.
Yeah, because when she was a little kitten, she got hit by a car, and my parents found her, and she had a broken shoulder.
Oh,
so I took
And
her.
31. And 31. She was a real rescue.
Yeah, because she's a
Yes.
black cat. Black cats don't get that rescue. They don't get adopted, and
Mhm.
she was, didn't.
Well, that was like my Dusty. My Dusty was a real rescue. He was in a bad situation. He would have died if this woman hadn't. Yeah, this woman came in and intervened and got him out of a really terrible mess. He was starving to death.
Oh, yeah.
And he had a cord tied around his neck. It's a whole long story. But suffice it to say, without this woman coming to, and he likes women to this day.
Mhm.
They remember who helps them.
Yeah.
G55, which I think is beautiful, don't you? And then who else had the dog? It was wasn't it Bianca? Bianca, you had the dog, right? We'll get Bianca on here because she had the dog, and we'll just talk about animals for this first part,
That's okay.
because we love our animals so much. I got to go find Lewis. He's here somewhere. I think I cannot see him, but I just saw him walk by, so he can't be too far. Oh, you can leave the other guys up too. And 41. 41. Yeah, because we're talking about animals. So, we can all get together on this. And so Bianca, now what happened to the handsome man?
Oh, here he is. He was just playing Nintendo Switch on the other side of this. We're in an Airbnb.
Oh.
So here he is.
Oh, good. Oh, there he is. Hi.
Yeah.
I was just using the dog as an excuse. Yeah, I really wasn't interested in the dog, but I just thought that worked out well.
He's
And
the
is it-
most handsome man in the place. So I mean,
I'm shut up.
He is very handsome. Hang on, N40. And now tell us where you were deployed, because you couldn't be with your wifey or your doggy for a while, because weren't you overseas?
yeah, I was on an amphibious ship with a bunch of Marines. So we're out.
Look at the homos light up. Look at David Marcos. It lit
I
up
was
like
really curious to see what was going to happen by saying that.
Submarine.
Yeah.
G48.
Yeah,
G48.
they were stacked 3 high. It was crazy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, holy smokes. Let's just not say anything more. Let's just take that in. So, Marine stacked 3 high.
Yeah, we're out in the Middle East. We were gone for about 8 months.
So, probably a lot of loneliness and
Lots of sweating. It was really hot
a lot
out
of
there.
consoling. I bet a lot of consoling. 064. I think I should do a USO tour out there sometime. Don't you think they'd love to see a lady like myself out there?
I would love to see your Bob Hope drag.
Right? Bob Hope. We could do a big Bob Hope thing, right? G58. A lot of, Bob Hope, if some of you, some of the kids probably don't remember who Bob Hope is. He's a comedian that lived many, many years ago. Well, actually, he didn't die that many years ago. But he used to go and entertain the troops over in Vietnam and many other places. And he was very loved. Did you have any shows when you were over there? Hang on a minute. Scott. Right?
It was mostly just don't catch COVID. So we were locked up on the boat for the whole time. Every 2 months, we'd get a couple beers and barbecue on the flight deck. But other than that, it was just a whole lot of nothing.
So was it an aircraft carrier you were on?
It was like a small aircraft carrier. It's an amphib.
Oh, okay. Everybody, G54. Sometimes we take on Atlantis Events, which is a gay and lesbian cruise company I work with. We leave out of San Diego sometimes. And one time when we were leaving, one of these big ships came in and it was lined with sailors. It looked like a picket fence going all the way around it.
It's probably his ship.
Yeah, it was an aircraft carrier. It was an aircraft carrier, and all of them. Do you do that? They all stood.
Yeah,
at
when you come back from deployment, it's called manning the rails. So it's like a celebration.
It was. I mean, I don't know how many thousands of people it would take because it was
in order to celebrate coming home. They make you stand outside for hours on end in your whites. So yeah,
it looked amazing. It looked amazing because it literally looked like a fence that went all the way around.
For COVID, we got lucky. I got to be on the pier only because of my volunteering for the command. But regardless, I got to see them come through where the Kit statue is in San Diego, which is near the port area.
Yeah. And then so you guys, they did that G47.
They COVID every day it changed, so we didn't know if they were going to do that. I got to see it, and I'm pretty sure I ruptured an eardrum with COVID.
I can't imagine the pandemic on a ship. Because you're all so squished together, I mean, you said
they made us all stay in hotels for 2 weeks before getting to the ship, and then yeah, and then we pretty much just didn't stop anywhere.
Yeah.
Wow.
But no one got sick.
G57. Thank goodness, right? Because if one person had gotten sick, that could have just, been a terrible chain reaction,
Yeah.
for the whole thing. So it was crazy here. And now that you're back, you're going to move to Hawaii. Isn't that beautiful? Dave and Marcos, have you ever been to Hawaii? It's so pretty there.
I
Are you
have.
going to be at Pearl Harbor? Where are you going to be?
Yeah, I'll be working over at Pearl Harbor.
Because I went one time when we were in Hawaii, I went to Pearl Harbor. If you're ever in Hawaii, have you boys been to Hawaii, Dave and Marcos? You ever been to
I've
Hawaii?
been there. They have.
I went
Yeah,
shopping, but I didn't go
You
to.
have to go to Pearl Harbor. It was the best thing I did the whole time I was there. I went surfing. I did all sorts of things. But that was my favorite thing was that's an amazing tour that they give you on Pearl Harbor. And they show you a big movie ahead of time. And then you take a ferry out to where the memorial is. It's pretty amazing. I-23. And you're going to be there. And you're going to bring the puppy, I hope.
Oh, yeah.
How old is the dog?
1.
Oh, my God.
No, he's
Just
1.
1 year old?
Yeah.
Wow. And, their cat, their Limpy Sue. Limpy Sue is 18.
Yeah. She's
So,
getting in there.
and she's like, but, she was 1. You remember, did you get her when she was a little kitten?
She was probably about 6 months or a year when my parents found her hit by a car, broken arm. So
That's terrible.
She was limping. That's why she got the name. But then she stopped limping after 4 or 5 months. But
Unfortunately, you kept the name. That was nice, even after she quit limping.
Yeah, I did. I had to keep it.
Well, yeah, otherwise the cat has no identity. Well, let's find out who won. Chris, who won? Oh, it's Matt.
It's
oh,
Matt. Yes, I am doing double duty
Matt
tonight.
Barber, my manager, and he's been taking he was on hiatus for a little while. Now he's back, and look at it. It's on
Back
the
and better than
screen.
ever in my Miss Richfield Born Again t-shirt. Anyway, the winner is Michael Arsenault from Sunrise, Florida. Also down here in
yay.
South Florida. Yay.
Sunrise, Florida. Isn't that in Orlando?
It's a suburb of Fort Lauderdale. It's in Broward County.
Oh, it's Lauderdale. Oh, it's
Yeah.
close to you down there.
Not too far.
Hot dog, we got a wiener. Let's.
Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, won't you grab your balls and play?
Yes, grab your balls and play, for crying out loud. Come along. I'm actually putting the balls back because we got 2 more games. We play 3 games. And you have 3 cards, and my friend Laura in P-Town, who owns Essentials, where I hang out after my shows, because I don't go to the bars, and so I have a hot dog or an ice cream sandwich or something, or popcorn there. But she's never won. She's played every single time, but like 1 time, and never won. But you know what? It's not about winning, unless you're a lesbian. Then it's about winning. So anyway, and she's a lesbian. So now I have to bring on Chris or Matt, or I don't know who I don't know who I'm talking to tonight. Yeah. I'm in Rehoboth Beach, like Joe's gone, Matt's here. I don't know. But we sure appreciate the people who support us. And in fact, I don't even know if now is an okay time to ask for that picture. If this is a bad time, can you pull that picture up? Oh, there it is. Oh, good. Joe and Andrea. Joe is on the left. Andrea is on the right. And they came to see me in P-Town, and they watch Bingo Bonanza. And every week, I'm trying to pull a couple different people out. There's actually another couple other people, too, that we're going to show you next week, because I didn't get the pictures in time to be able to do that. But just wanted to say thank you so much for coming and supporting me in P-Town and continuing to support me here. We really appreciate it. And in fact, we got a little club called the Bingo Boosters, and we try to rotate you through. And I'd love to see that tonight and just be able to read through some of the names. Thank you, Tina Palmer. We appreciate you. And Michael O'Neill and Philippe and I had lunch with this beautiful partner. And we had lunch together. Brian Keene, I'll see you in P-Town soon. Wendy, we appreciate you so much. And Bella and Barry. Dan Delaney from Richfield always send me a smart comment. with his tip, which I love. Gregory Hopkin is just lovely. He needs to say nothing. He's lovely. Gary Briggs. Hey, Gary. Gary's on the show last week. Jean Bean. She is a supporting machine, Jean Bean. And Stefan, we appreciate you so much. Continue on with you, if you could, Chris.
Of course. I want to say a big thank you to Paul Goodman and John Hollingshead. And as well, thank you to Jason and Sherry and Tim. We appreciate everyone who gives and makes all this possible, and especially Tim and Randy and Kevin, as well as Robert Enos and Jerry Gerard Bertolino and David Noble. It is with all of you that this is possible. So we are so grateful for you giving and being a part of our Bingo Boosters Club. And there's a variety of different ways you can give. You can send a Venmo to @RichfieldTips. You can go to PayPal me/RichfieldTips. Or if you're playing along on Play Bingo Bonanza, there is a little button along the bottom there that you can send it as well. So any way you do it, we are really grateful, and we'd love to see you be a part of our Bingo Boosters Club.
And we're going to continue bingo along as long as you guys are interested. You folks want to continue to do this. And our next bingo, in fact, is going to be Balls Across America. Bingo. Balls Across America. And we have this week, we've got our friend Scott on, who has been serving. And if you know anyone else that you would want, because it's going to be honoring the 4th of July and honoring our country. So it could be anybody. Just doesn't have to be anyone in the armed services. Could just be anybody. Could be a police officer or a firefighter or an EMT or anybody that's helping us out in our country and making our country great. Or maybe somebody who's new to our country. I have a friend that just became a citizen. And but whoever, we want to just fill the room with lovely thoughts about our country. We're celebrating the 4th of July. We're not going to be on the 5th of July. That one we're going to take off because that's sort of the holiday. And so we're honoring the 4th of July on the 28th. So I hope that you'll join me. And I'm going to see who is here tonight because I really have to get out the magic mirror to really see who's here. And you know what I'm thinking is I would like to know, where are you celebrating Pride this year? I'm celebrating Pride in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, and in P-Town on Old Cape Cod. I'm celebrating in 2 different places. And then I may be going to Palm Springs to celebrate. I'm not sure if that's going to be Pride. I don't think it'll be Pride, but it seems like it's Palm Springs. It's almost always Pride. So, well, there we go. Hello from D.C. Oh, we've got George is going to be in D.C. See you Friday. All right, excellent. Thank you. Oh, and Wendy. I'm sending love from Folsom, Pennsylvania, and hopefully they have Pride in Folsom, Pennsylvania. That's actually not far from Philly, if I'm not mistaken. Happy Pride from Long Beach. We know Long Beach has a Pride celebration, and I'll be coming out happy. Hey, Chris. Hi, Chris. Happy Pride from Miss V as well in Orlando. I don't know when you guys have Pride. Sometimes Florida has a different time. Hey, Tom in Big D, little A, double LAS, Texas. We appreciate that. I'm sure they have Pride. And some of those warmer climates, New York and Hoboken. Hi, August. And and New York Pride is right now. Susan, hi, celebrating in Philly. And New York celebrates for a couple weeks. The Philly suburbs, oh yeah, we love the suburbs out there. Noelle, hi, Noelle. Happy Pride from Arden Hills. Of course, we know Noelle from Arden Hills, and Brad in Alabama. And I hope you're doing okay. The weather down in Alabama, terrible. Hopefully you're staying dry and staying on high ground and not getting to it. Miss Richfield, welcome back to Arby. Oh, Jeff, thank you, Jeff. I appreciate that. I love being back. And Kevin, hey, Kevin Murdoch. I know Kevin. Celebrated in Wilton Manor is with Kevin and Carlos. Olay. That's all I have to say. Those two. They're lovely. Jay, happy Pride from Western Mass. Now, I don't get out to Western Mass very often, but there's some wonderful cities out there, great colleges out there. Hi, Eileen. Celebrating Pride wherever we are. Can't wait to see you in P-Town in August. Oh, wonderful. And, you don't have to, you can celebrate Pride anywhere, right? Just at home. Shannon, hosting Pride Brunch for Friends in Denver. Oh, that's a beautiful city, Denver. You're so lucky to live in such a pretty town. I love Denver. I was there for the gala a few years ago. It's absolutely beautiful. Hi, Christy. Christy Stiles in Rochester, New York. I love Rochester, New York. I work with the OFC Creations Theater there with my friends Eric and, Thurston is what I call his partner. It's not Thurston, but David. Hi, Teresa's cousin from Churro. Oh, Teresa's cousin from Truro. Oh, I haven't heard from Teresa for a while. You tell her to call me. Wendy. Hi, Wendy. Found myself at Pride March in Yorktown, New York. Proud to be there as an ally. Thank you so much. We appreciate the allies. That means so much to us. You have no idea. Pride from Arizona. We love that. Probably having Pride sometime in the fall. A lot of those warmer weather climates have it. Hey, Tim. I know Tim. Happy Pride from San Francisco. Wow, that's like San Fran, the motherland, we call it. And Chris and Joe from Hartsdale. Hi, guys. Pride is all year long. Well, if you're that gay, and I think they're that gay, and San Francisco, Brett, James, and Juan in Sacramento. Cheers. Sacramento is another great place. I used to play that every few years. Haven't been back there for a while. Haven't been invited. Bobby Kelly, happy Pride in the Seacoast in New Hampshire. We love New Hampshire. I just had lunch with Paula and some friends. And they're from New Hampshire. Conception Bay, where? In Newfoundland. Oh, Leah, my friend Leah, who's in the Special Olympics. Hi, Leah. So many beautiful people. And before I forget, I always say, don't forget, you're not alone out there in the world. You know, when I put the magic mirror up, I see everybody. I see you. And if you're feeling lonely or you're feeling sad, for crying out loud, talk to somebody. Get online and come see a show. You're obviously watching a show now. And get online and make some friends like you're making right now, because we see you. Don't try to do it alone out there. Sometimes you need help. Nothing wrong with asking for help, because there's somebody out there that wants to listen to you and wants to help you. So I'm going to turn the page because we're going on to game 2 of 3. This is game 2 of 3, and it's equal rights bingo. How perfect is that? Equal rights bingo. And that means we're only going to be doing B's and I's, N's, and G's, not B's and not O's. I have to hang on. Hello. Oh, I think I turn. There we go. Hello. Can you hear me? Let me see if I get the. There we go. I think I got it this time. Hello. Naomi, come in, Naomi. Please, Naomi. Thank you, Naomi. Over and out, 10-4. Oh, it just has a beautiful sound to it. The speaker's right here. It's just really, it almost sounds like she's here. It's really amazing. Well, it's time to start, and we're only calling. We're not using the free space, obviously. We're just calling I's, N's, and G's. That's all we're calling, I's, N's, and G's. So please don't get confused and start calling, marking the wrong ones. If you do mark one by mistake, you can just touch it again and it disappears. Okay, if you ever make a mistake. And if you need a new card, you just hit, I think you hit new card or something. Pretty easy. Oh, in fact, here, if you're having trouble, there's a little scroll at the bottom. Look at that, hit new card, and that'll help you out. So let's get started with equal rights bingo. And that's so perfect that we've got this gal here, the notorious RBG, who fought for equal rights for us and for women, for everybody. Everybody is included in that. So let me get myself organized. There we go. So I'm centered a little bit more. And let me start with B2. B2, everybody. B2. And I want to talk to Nathan, if I could, for a minute. Nathan, how are you, my love?
I'm swell. Thank you for asking.
Well, it's equal rights bingo, right? And we're fighting for equal rights, even though, it seems like we've won a lot of battles. There's still battles to be won out there, isn't it? And I think of our transgender friends, and I know you dress up sometimes, like a lady. And
yes,
so
I've been known to put on a wig once in a while. It's true.
And is it an entertainment thing? B5.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I'm not supposed to do. Oh, we have to take a drink. If I call the wrong letter, we have to take a drink.
Cheers.
Cheers. I'm only drinking water, but still. Okay, now I'm not going to call O's. Oh, of course, all I have is B's and O's. Hang on a minute. I gotta you know how that goes. So do you do it for like work? Do you do it as a part of your work, or is it just fun for you?
A lot of it's about fun. I also like performance, and I like the craft behind a lot of what I do too. I sew all of my own stuff. I try to style all of my own wigs.
Wow, you do all that yourself? I-17. Yes. I-17. Oh man, I cannot do that. I cannot.
No.
You know what I just did? You know what I just did today? Because I'm performing after tonight's show.
Yeah.
I do my show here in Rehoboth Beach, which some friends are going to come watch me tonight. And I needed some Velcro to keep outfit closed. And you know what I did? I stapled the Velcro to
Hey,
the
if it works.
I stapled. I didn't even glue it. I stapled it. I mean, that's what it's come to. And 33, and 33. I wish I had that talent to be able to. Now, where did you learn to sew? Oh, look at your. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
let's
taught
take a minute
myself.
and look
Yeah.
at it. Oh, that is beautiful. Look at all those different looks now. Isn't that interesting? And you got kind of an old lady look with a running suit. I love that. That is fabulous. But then you've also got glamour looks too. Walk us through that, because you have a name too, right? N31.
Yeah, yep.
N31.
So when I'm in drag, I'm Juicy Garland. You can find me on Instagram at juicy.garland. But I like the
Juicy Garland.
Yes.
I love it. Spelled like Judy Garland,
Yeah,
right?
but she's
Oh,
juicy.
that's fantastic. I-21.
Yeah. And I like to come up with a concept based on either something I think of in a time period or something I associate with. And I try to come up with a sewing project that challenges me every time. And I just try to do my best to throw it together and come up with something fun.
N39. How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing drag for maybe 2.5 years, but I've been sewing for about 1.5 years.
Wow. So this isn't that long. N41.
Right,
N41.
yeah.
This isn't all really that long that you've been doing this. That's kind of spectacular. You know that? That is really kind of wonderful, because I think to myself, I have been performing for years and years and years. We're celebrating 40 years on the throne.
Right.
So it's been a long time for me, and it's fun for me to hear that people are still picking it up and doing it. And how old are you? Do you
I
mind telling me?
am 35.
So you're 35. That's so great. That's such a great age, your 30s, because you start to take life a little more seriously.
A little bit.
A little bit more seriously. You settle down a little bit. You start to make headway. And look at you. See, you wouldn't have done what you're doing in your 20s probably. And 37 because
Didn't have the time, working too hard.
and we're too concerned with what people think of us in our 20s, aren't we? We're just too. Now it's like you're in your 30s. It's like, who cares?
Who cares?
I'm just gonna go out and do my thing. Your 40s, quite honestly, even better. Yeah, because your 40s, you're a little. I mean, I don't want to get you old too fast, but I'm just telling you. Not that I know my 40s, because I'm still in
You
my
don't
late.
look a day over 37.
But my friends tell me their 40s are fantastic, so I'm
I
looking
believe
forward to that. But hang on a minute. N40. What do you do for work then?
Yeah, so I work in medical devices. So I work for a company that makes organ transport devices, and I run the quality system. So I make sure our patients are safe.
So hang on a minute. I got to hear that one more time.
Yeah.
So what do they do? They make.
We make transport devices for organs for transplant. So like hearts and lungs. We
So
make
like
devices
Tupperware
to
for
carry
organs?
them.
Is it like Tupperware for organs?
That's actually what they were using in the medical field. We came in and gave them something better.
N45. Oh, and you decided to help them out, so maybe they didn't have to use the Tupperware.
Really, Tupperware or plastic bags in like an igloo cooler. That's the traditional way to transport a heart. It's insane.
Are you serious?
Yeah, really. That's medical practice.
Oh,
It's nuts.
And you decided we could probably do better than that if we really tried. G46. That is amazing. So what do they make? Do they make a special like heart-shaped?
Well, so we
Satchel
have like
or something?
cooler things we call shippers, but the whole point is we keep ice away from the organ, right? So we have a system that has, cold packs, and it has a canister for a heart, and it keeps them separate, but keeps everything cold. And that stops the heart from getting damaged, and we get to see patients have better outcomes.
Right, because I suppose if the heart gets if the organ gets too close to the
You can
ice,
freeze it.
Exactly. I've done that with my back sometimes.
Yeah.
N44. That's
And
why
I
you
mean,
got a little.
people don't want to buy steaks that have been frozen. Why would you want a heart?
Right. Why do you want your heart to be frozen? Exactly. you don't want frozen meat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and then where are you going to be for Pride? N38.
Right.
N38.
So
Pride
I
this year?
want to get to Provincetown at some point before Pride's over. Boston has moved its Pride to, I believe, August or September.
Oh, they
So,
have?
Yeah,
Oh, I
it's
didn't
been
even know
delayed.
that.
Yeah, because of the pandemic, they wanted it to be more open and safe.
Really? G55. I didn't know that they did that.
Yep.
Oh, that's fantastic because that'll make it more accessible because it's usually in June and then it's such a bad time for me because I'm usually doing the weekends in P-Town and traveling during the week so I can never free, but I'd be free on the weekend in August to run up there and celebrate with everybody. G48. And so do you live close? You must live close to Boston, I guess.
Yeah, right north of Boston by about 40 minutes. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
And Boston's a fun city. If you haven't been to Boston, if you've never been there, it's really an exciting city and it's where there's so much history in it. That's what I find. The Freedom Trail and all that, I think I'm kind of a history buff. N35.
It can be a good time. Yeah.
And many handsome men's down there. A lot of colleges with smart men down there.
Indeed.
Are you hooked up with anybody, Nathan?
I am, yes. Actually, I put a ring on it. We're engaged.
What? I-24. We better see a picture of this. Is there a picture to be had?
Yes, I have pictures, yeah.
Oh, well,
I
bring
didn't
one
send
up
it in,
now.
but I could send it in, yeah.
You sent it in? Or
No, I haven't. No, not yet.
Oh, well, get it. Can you get it on your phone and hold it up so we can see it?
Yeah, I can do that.
I-25. Yeah, and while you're doing that, let me get Brian up here because we haven't talked to Brian yet, and I want to talk to Brian. Brian, hi, sweetie. Do you have a boyfriend, Brian?
I do not. I am tragically single.
Well, don't say tragically. Say by design, sweetie. By design.
Yeah, I have decided to be single for now.
I have made the choice to be single until I meet Mr. Right, or Mr. Right Now, as the case may be. G51. Sometimes it's Mr. Right Now. And when you're you're in Fort Lauderdale, Mr. Right Now is it's probably out on the sidewalk walking by your house.
Exactly. I'll take a look.
Yeah, take a look and see where you look. Oh, let's see the boyfriend. Okay, now hold it.
Oh, I thought you wanted the rings. I can show you the boyfriend
ring.
too.
Oh, let's see the rings first.
Yep. So if you can see.
Ooh. Oh, those are beautiful.
Yes,
oh,
I got him a ruby and I got myself a sapphire. I actually accidentally proposed on Valentine's Day.
You accidentally proposed?
I didn't want to do that because I thought it was lame. But with the way it worked out, the timing, I ended up picking up the rings on Valentine's Day in 2019. And I had to. I just had to. I couldn't not.
See, that could be you, Brian. Somebody may accidentally, and then once they accidentally do it, say yes, and then they're stuck, which would be fun. Why not, right, Brian? Worst things could happen. So now, Brian, when was the last time you had a boyfriend? Was it recently or has it been a while? I-29.
It's been a while.
It has been a while.
Exactly.
So,
and, things were going good, but then this pandemic happened, so I put everything on hold for 15 months.
Of course you did.
And now I'm becoming more of a daddy bear type, so I'm getting used to that. I'm getting accustomed to falling into that daddy bear category right now.
And Nathan can tell you there's a lot of guys out there that love that daddy thing. And now, Nathan, do you have the picture? Did you?
Yes, I do. Yep, this is him.
Oh, he's handsome.
Nice.
Oh, he's very handsome. Oh,
He's
what a cute couple. Oh, what is it now? What does he do for work?
He is independently developing a video game. So he works through Patreon and is working on developing, writing, coding. And
so you're both creating. You've got two creative people.
Yep.
That could be great or it could be a disaster. You never know. So you might as well just move forward, see how it goes.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be fabulous to have two creative people. Amazing, right? So hang on a minute. Now, Brian, don't go anywhere. We have to find out who won, if you don't mind, sweetie. So, because Brian's in Fort Lauderdale, and look, and that Jew next to you, he's also in Fort Lauderdale. Yes.
We're everywhere down here.
Yeah, if you can believe it, Jews in South Florida, anything can happen.
It's contagious.
Yes.
So we have a winner, George Salem, and from a very unknown place, Provincetown, Massachusetts. There we go.
Wow.
What?
We're
Where?
in Provincetown. Can you believe it?
No, what's his name again?
George Salem.
I must know him then, George Salem. I'm going to look him up when I'm back there because P-Town, and if he's in P-Town, he needs the money because P-Town's very expensive. Hot dog, we got a wiener. Congratulations, George.
Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, don't you grab your balls and play.
Chris, come back on with me for just a moment. Where are you going to be spending the rest of your Pride Week? Because I know it's kind of a whole week long. Isn't it like a week long down there?
It's it's practically a month-long event down here. There is still so much going on. So
And is there concerts and things? Or
yes,
is there
there's like all kinds of special shows, and we're the only place in the world that has 2 full-time gay theaters that are like always running next to each other. And I'm actually heading up. I think I'm going to be possibly up north someplace soon.
Oh, really?
From New Jersey. I don't really know. I'm going away this weekend. That's all my boyfriend tells me is I'm going away this weekend.
So your boyfriend's, he's made a surprise for you.
We'll see where I end up.
Oh, well, you know what I was thinking is, because we just have a few minutes, and I'm thinking I'm going to get my hot dog out for Lewis. And I was thinking, what about if we just played a little music and we just had kind of a gay pride dance?
Everybody get on and dance? I think that would be good.
Let's get everybody up and everybody moving. Matt, you get up too. We'll get everybody moving. Are you ready for some music?
Yes.
There we go. The wiener dance. Lewis is finally getting his wieners that he's been waiting so patiently for. And these are really good wieners. They're really expensive wieners. And he's used to the cheap wieners. He's not I don't think he knows what to make of these. These wieners are like, what is going on? He's like trying to figure out, what are these? Yeah, these are actually really nice, expensive wieners, not like the cheap ones Mommy usually buys you. So you probably don't know what to do.
Sorry.
He's gonna try to eat them. Oh my gosh, what fun! Hey, that was a fun. I did that mix myself. How about that? I mean, that's what I think. That's what I say. Good for me.
Hooray!
Well, we got to play our last game, and so we have to play our last game. And excuse me. And I don't know where I put my gloves now. I took them off to put them somewhere. Well, anyway, it's just that kind of night. So, while you're looking at that, I'll look for my gloves. It's Lucky 7, and Lucky 7 is kind of a great game to end on because Lewis is sitting on my gloves. Lewis is sitting on my gloves. They're right here. Oops, there we go. So, Lucky 7's a great game to end on because it's super easy, and you just have to get 7 on any card. You don't have to, you can't get the free space though. You have to get 7 of the balls that are called, not counting the free space. So let me get reorganized here. And Chris, did I miss anything? Is there anything else we need to talk about?
No.
What about the share winner?
So our share winner for this week is actually an Eli from Atlanta, which we have an Eli.
We have an Eli.
That's
in
right.
Philly.
Different Eli. Can't
Oh,
be
that's
on the
so
team to win.
cool.
But
Oh,
that's
that
our-
is so cool. Oh, that's neat. I really love that. We love our Eli, and now we have 2 Elis. So that's fantastic. Congratulations. Let me get out my and let me. You want to talk on the radio? You want to talk on the radio? Oh, it's this way. There we go. We have to talk. Let me see if I can get. Oh, there we go. See if I. Oh, geez, hang on. My glove is stuck. There we go. Come in. You have to change the channel sometime. Come in, please, Naomi. We're doing the Lucky 7. If you could play the Lucky. That's beautiful. Thank you. Over and out. And anyway, now next week I'll be back in P-Town, so we'll be hanging out with Naomi and the beautiful Yvonne, her roommate. So, oh, look at him. He's still chowing down. He's still enjoying. Look at that. He's still enjoying a little yum, 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 yum. There we go. He's loving the. He's not loving these quite as much because they're like, I think they're all beef or something. And perhaps the Oscar Mayer ones I'm buying are not. I don't know. So let me pull over the bingo balls here. Hang on a minute. I want to go round, Lewis. There we go. There we go, Lewis. You can stay right there. You don't have to move. We'll move, Lewis. You don't have to move. So it's going to be Lucky 7. Lucky 7 means that we're going to be doing all the numbers and all the letters, okay? So all the numbers, and I'll move her over here so you can see the balls coming down. All the letters and all the numbers, okay? And here they come down, and that means you just have to get 7 on one card. Oh, there goes Lewis. There he goes. He didn't quite finish all of the, oh, there we go. Hang in there. She's used to being on the other side. There we go. We'll put her back on her usual side. There we go. And then you can see where all the balls are coming down there. And it looks like we got a lot of G's. But we're going to start with the B, everybody. B10. Now, we got to get Brian back on because I just started to talk to Brian. And Brian, darling, I know you said your favorite memory of Pride was Stonewall, wasn't it? The Stonewall March in Wilton Manors.
It is.
Yeah, and it was a mayor that's passed away since then. It was, who was this? Justin
Flippin.
Who was that? I don't know of that name.
Justin Flippin was a native, born and grew up in Florida, and was very active in politics and was the city commissioner, vice mayor, and mayor. And unfortunately, last year, right before COVID, he passed away at the age of 40 from a brain aneurysm. And
so he was young when he passed away.
Yes.
Okay, G49. Oh, that's too bad.
He was on his way to a city commission meeting, actually, and there was an incident, and he just passed away suddenly. And marching with him, because he was a good friend, Justin was a friend to everyone, and he asked me to march with him, and that was the first time I could do it because I'm Mormon, so Mormons aren't exactly friends of the LGBT, but it was the first time I could do it as myself and not be ashamed of it. And
isn't that a wonderful memory?
It is.
And how many years ago? Hang on a minute. G47. How many years ago was that?
I marched with Justin when he was a city commissioner, vice mayor, and mayor. So about 4 times. And the last time was back in 2019.
Wow. That's amazing. Wow. And that's a beautiful story because you grew up in a situation where it was really hard to be yourself.
Correct.
It sounds like, right? And
I joined the church later. But I love the church, but the church and LGBT issues are sort of tenuous at times.
Oh, difficult. G51. Tell me, are you still involved at all with your church?
I am. I've been very blessed to have good bishops. LGBT in the church always laugh, and we call it bishop roulette, because some bishops are very much, if you're gay, you'll be excommunicated. And my bishops have been, Heavenly Father created you, live your life, and we're good with that.
Wow. That seems like that's kind of risky for them to say something like that. You know, that's really brave. That some of them are really brave then, obviously. G58. So some of those guys are brave, those bishops.
They are. I just wish the whole church, because to me, Heavenly Father's loving, and we were created in His image. Right. So, and the greatest of these is love. So,
and that's what Pride's all about.
Exactly.
That's the whole purpose of Pride, is love. That's the point, right? Right. And 32. It's the only thing that really knits us all together. Otherwise, we're all different colors. We're all different shapes and sizes and ages, and we're all from different parts of the country, different parts of the world. Right. So really, it's love that really is the only thing that really knits us all together into one group, right?
Correct.
Yeah, that's why I like the rainbow for our flag, because all these different colors together. And if you took one of these colors away, it wouldn't be a rainbow. It's only a rainbow because it's all the colors. That's pretty special. B14. I love the rainbow for that. Well, there goes Lewis. He was there for a little while. And anyway, that is a lovely, lovely story to hear, and a great Pride story. I'm so happy. I want to bring all our people on, if I could, and I want to find out from Nathan, before we go any further. Is there anywhere we can see you, Nathan? I know you're performing, and you're on Twitter and things like that. Is there a way we can see you somewhere?
Currently, I don't have any gigs on stage. I'm trying to find one in the Boston area, but it's tough right now with the pandemic opening up. So right now it's just social media, but I'm doing my best.
Oh, so what is your social N31? What's your social media again? N31.
So it's at juicy.garland over on Instagram, and it's at juicygarland on Twitter.
Okay, and so people can follow you that way.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
some
absolutely.
of us, like Brian and me, we remember the Judy Garland. Now, did you see the Judy Garland movie, you guys? That was an amazing movie. Did you guys see Judy, the most recent movie?
Yeah.
So amazing. That was so good. And, she's from Minnesota, Judy Garland. She was born in Grand Rapids, Minnesota. I-24. And we're super proud of that. She ended up moving out.
I was born in Rochester.
What's that?
I was born in Rochester.
You were, Bianca?
Yes.
I didn't know that. I mean, I'm sure we talked about that at some point, but I don't remember it. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's very exciting. Rochester, Minnesota, home of the Mayo Clinic.
Yep, that's where I was born. But let's celebrate a bingo.
Okay. I love this. I love you. I love you.
I don't want
the fact that you can move us along when I can't. So let's find out from Matt who our bingo winner is. Lewis is joining us.
This is an interesting one. We've gone international. It's Paloma Martin from Carolina, Puerto Rico.
Oh, we love Puerto Rico. I love Puerto Rico. I go on cruises. Oftentimes we take off from Puerto Rico and we land back in Puerto Rico and we hang out on the beaches and we love the people. We love it. Oh, congratulations.
So she's won a gift certificate to Rojo Buble.
Oh.
Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, don't you grab your balls and play.
Oh gosh, I cannot believe it is that time already. Let's bring everybody back on. I want to thank all of you so much for being here this week. Pride is such an important time. And it's such a wonderful time. It is about this. It's about LOVE. So I want to close out tonight with my theme song, which is LOVE. And I want to say thank you to Dave and Marcos. And tell Jeff we missed him, will you? Tell him we missed him. And but I'm going to see you guys in a couple minutes, right?
Yeah.
When I run down the stairs and you run down the street. Nathan, I hope we get a chance to see you. Come to P-Town and get dressed up.
I
Come
will
to
be
my
there.
show. I'd love to see you. I'll give you a ticket. Contact me. And Bianca, thank you. I'm sure you're so thrilled to have Scott back. But to be going to Hawaii, what a wonderful place to be for a few years. Enjoy that. Learn how to surf. Soak up that beautiful weather. Brian, your memory of Pride was so warm and so beautiful. It just was a great way to close out. Thank you so much for sharing that. Let's all spell it together now. Are you guys ready? Here we go.
L is the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. D is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore. Love was made for me and you. Ooh, love was made for me and you. I love you all. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good
Thank you
night.
for joining us. See you next week for Balls Across America. Mwah!
What makes it better? It makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better. It can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, don't you grab your balls and play?
Now it's your turn. Join with me.
Bingo makes it better. It makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better. It can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, don't you grab your balls and play?
Grab your balls and play. Now you.
Grab your balls and play.
Grab your balls and play.
Grab
I
your
can't
balls and
hear you.
play.
Grab your